The service status functionality inside of the system allows you to create your workflow based on how you work. Let's go to Settings, and under the Case Customization section, click on Service Status. This is going to bring you to a list of service status. Some people call this case status. For example, this case is new, or this case is invoiced, or the client canceled a case. This case is in report editing. The service status just lets you know where your case is in your company's workflow. If you want to add a status, click over here on the Add Status button in the upper right-hand corner. You can label the status. You can select the type of status it refers to, whether the case is open, closed, completed, or canceled. You can also designate a color code for a certain type of case. So if you want all your new cases to be green, you can add those. If you want to describe what the case status is in reference to, you can do that as well. I'm going to click cancel and go back to the service status list. As you can see here, your statuses are listed here. The colors for each corresponding status are in this column. This column shows you whether this case status is open or closed. And here on the right, you have the option to edit and delete a service status. Now, if a service status is associated with a case file, you will not be able to delete it. Let's go over to the case list and see how these color codes correspond to case status. Here I have my case list. All of my new cases are listed in green. Rush cases are in red. My pending are in blue. Now, if I want to go and sort my case list by service status, I can group all these together and get a really good idea just visually of what my case list looks like. How do you set the case or service status? Go into case detail. Now that I'm in here in my case detail screen, over in the service information section, you can see I have a surveillance service for this particular case. Currently, the status is in profiled. Let's say I want to change that. I've assigned this case to Brad Waters, and now I want to show this particular status as being worked. Click on Edit Case, scroll down to the case service, and under Status, we're going to change that to being worked. Click Submit to save. Now my surveillance, which has been scheduled, is now in a being worked status. If I go back here to my case list, we're going to see that this particular case is going to change color. Now on my case list, under the service status, I can see that the status has been changed to being worked. And if I had a color code for this particular status, this case row would highlight as the one below it does, because that's in a pending status. So just to review, if you click on Settings, you're able to customize your service status, and the service status is the workflow or the current status of the case, whether it's new or being worked or in a preliminary investigation. You can add colors to visually designate certain types of case statuses. You can designate whether case statuses refer to an open or closed case, and you can edit those or delete them at any time. Case statuses can be changed by clicking Edit Case and then locate the service information section and change the status to whatever you'd like. Any changes that you make to a case, just click Submit, and that'll take you to the case view screen, which is this screen here. And anytime you make a change to a case, that will automatically appear in the service status section.